So what's up everyone? OddMan105, aka the Odd One here, and welcome back to the channel. So by now, you guys are probably aware that this event week it's all about the Acid Lab because all Acid Lab sell missions are paying double cash in RP. This means that a fully upgraded Acid Lab can sell for about $670,000. Now let me be clear about something. The Acid Lab is probably the single best new player business in Grand Theft Auto 5 online. And you'll be making money hand over fist during this event week, even if your Acid Lab isn't upgraded like mine right here. Now in addition to all of this, I'll discuss the fastest ways for you to fill up your Acid Lab with product for sale. So with that being said, let's begin. Okay, so to begin your Acid Lab business, you're obviously going to need the Acid Lab, so you have a couple of options for this. You can, number one, complete all 6 of the first dose story missions, at which case you'll get this right here, the Brigade 6x6 and the Manchester Scout motorcycle absolutely for free. Or number 2, you can purchase it outright from Warstock right here at a cost of just under $1.5 million. Now during this event week it's on sale for 30% off. However, I highly recommend that you complete the first dose story missions and get the Brigade 6x6 and the Manchester Scout for free. This will knock your costs down significantly. Now if you decide to purchase the Brigade 6x6, do not make this mistake. Let's back up one and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Now, you want the Brigade 6x6. Whatever you do, do not purchase this thing right here, if we can find it. This is the standard Brigade. Do not buy this thing. This is a Pegasus vehicle. You can't do anything with this, okay? This is an absolute waste of money. Don't make the mistake. Remember that you want the Brigade 6x6, not this thing right here. Now, once you've obtained your Brigade 6x6, either by completing the first dose story missions or by purchasing it here on Warstock, you'll need to steal the setup equipment for the Acid Lab in the Brigade 6x6 by completing one last setup mission. So, once you've done that setup mission, let's back out of here and I'll show you what you need to do. Once you've completed that setup mission, you'll need to come over here to the Freak Shop and speak to this guy, Mutt. You'll have the option of installing the Acid Lab into the Brigade 6x6. Now, the Acid Lab setup is going to cost $750,000, so just something to keep in mind. Now, with that being said, your Acid Lab and your Manchester Scout delivery vehicle are both customizable vehicles. So you can do the armor, transmission, turbo, engine, all of that stuff. All customizable upgrades can be installed into your Acid Lab here. Now, you'll need to complete 10 Fooligan jobs, as stated right here, in order to unlock the equipment upgrade, at which case that's an additional $250,000, but the equipment upgrade will not only increase production speed, but it will also increase the value of your Acid once it's ready for sale. And as with the Brigade 6x6, your delivery bike is fully customizable, so you've got armor, belt covers, brakes, engine, transmission, turbo, the whole 9 yards here. You can fully customize this delivery vehicle, and trust me, you'll want to do that because that helps when you conduct cell missions. Okay, so now that you have an Acid Lab, the very next thing that you need to do is begin Acid production. So you can do this in one of two ways. You can either contact Mutt via your phone and order a full bar of supplies for your Acid Lab. Or number 2, you can source these supplies on your own. I recommend that you do both, but I also recommend that you purchase a full bar of supplies first because you get a full bar of supplies to produce Acid from. That's a very important thing. Now, it takes 10 minutes from the time that you contact Mutt for those supplies to arrive in your Acid Lab and begin production. So you want to do this immediately, so let's open up our phone and let's call Mutt. If we can find him, there we go.
Stop.
Okay, so as you can see here, you can buy supplies for $60,000, but again, this is a full bar of supplies, so of course we want to do this.
I'll call my buddy in pharmaceuticals. Gonna cost you, but I can get what we need.
Okay, so he'll take care of that. Now, when you notice that your Acid Lab supplies are dwindling, that's when you want to run source missions for your Acid Lab. And source missions are really easy, so what we're going to do now is head into the Acid Lab and begin the next phase of this, so we'll be right back. Okay, so once you've acquired supplies for your acid lab, you want to come here to this section and you want to apply a speed boost to acid lab production. So let's do that. Now, you can boost production in your acid lab once every real day. That's not in-game day, but once every real day. So you want to ensure that your supply bar is as full as possible for as long as possible. And that brings me to my next point. What we want to do after this is run a source mission for acid labs, and it's extremely easy to do. So let's run a source mission. Let's step outside. So you want to call Mutt.
Hello?
Okay, and you want to source supplies.
I did hear a couple of things. One sec.
Okay, and he'll call you back with the location. Let's get our oppressor out here.
I got a pilot friend from back home that's willing to execute a little airdrop for us. Head over to the drop zone and wait. If you see a crop duster flying like the pilot is tripping balls, that's our guy. He'll drop the supplies via parachute.
Okay, and you heard the man, so let's go. Okay, so you can hear that beeping. That's our package, and routinely it gets stuck somewhere on this bridge. And there's our package. Let's see if we can pick it up. Of course we can't. There we go. And you want to pick it up before Merryweather gets to it first. Okay, and we got our supplies, so that being said, an easier way to deliver these is simply to call up your acid lab to meet you as close as possible. So let's do that right now. Want to go to your interaction menu, services, acid lab, and request. And just like that, bada bing, bada boom, there are our acid lab supplies. And there you go. Now we have a full bar of supplies again. So what you guys want to do is, after purchasing a full bar of supplies, you want to run source missions so that you get the rest of the supplies for free and keep that bar as full as possible for as long as possible while you have the speed boost underway. And when you're ready, begin your sell mission. This is by far the fastest way to fill up your acid lab with product. Okay, now acid lab production times are as follows. If you have a standard acid lab, meaning that you have 0 equipment upgrades, then it takes 6 hours to produce a full bar of product of acid for sale. However, with the speed boost, you can produce a full bar of product in 4.5 hours. Now, if you have a fully upgraded acid lab, meaning that you have the equipment upgrades, then you can produce a full bar of product for sale in 4 hours. However, with the speed boost, this can be done in 3 hours. So this is why it's important to ensure that your supplies remain full all the time. That way they're constantly producing, and especially while the speed boost is underway. That way you can produce a full bar of supplies in 3 hours and they're ready for sale. So when you're ready for sale, then you start your sell mission. Okay, so let's sell what we have here in the acid lab. Now understand that we don't have the equipment upgrades installed here, so we're not earning the maximum possible profit that we could potentially earn from a full bar of product, which is $670,000. So we're getting about 2/3 of that. Nevertheless, $475,200 is really good money, especially for new players. Like I've said before, the acid lab is the best new player money-making business in Grand Theft Auto Online. So now that we're ready, you want to step over here to this section, and as you can see, it says press right on the D-pad to sell acid. So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, so this buyer wants us to make the drop at the top of a parking garage. We're supposed to leave the package in the trunk of a Washington he left up there. Guy seems kind of paranoid to me, but hey, I don't judge. Maybe they're really after him. You should have the location now.
Okay, now with this particular sell mission, this is a sting operation, so we're going to get caught by the cops, But again, the cell missions for the Acid Lab are relatively easy. They're not difficult to do. So I do recommend that because the Acid Lab is a mobile base, you can sell anywhere you want in Los Santos, but I strongly recommend that you sell in the city, not in Blaine County. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're here, and as you can see, there's this not intrusive at all black van parked over there. That's the police. So let's get off our motorcycle, get some armor, and a heavy weapon. And those are the cops. Okay, next thing you got to do is lose the cops, which will be really easy considering where we are. Ooh, check that out. Random action figure, let's get it. I'll take that, let's go. Okay, just like that. Here's our vehicle, and bam! All we have to do now is leave the area. And just like that, bam, $475,000. Let's go. Too easy. Okay guys, and that's pretty much it. Again, the Acid Lab is the perfect starter business for new players, and again, don't sleep on this double money bonus opportunity for Acid Lab cell missions during this event week. And with that being said guys, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka the Odd One. But if you guys found this video informative or entertaining, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a few likes while you're here, and hey, don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there.